Hi and welcome to my, I guess baby rambles, but we're doing a slightly different thing. I guess it's mum rambles, yay! Steve, in case you didn't know who Steve was, he's my husband who was saying, oh, you haven't done your rambles in ages, you should do them. And actually he's right, I do enjoy my rambles and yeah, here I am doing them. So basically, this is going to be entitled Mum Rambles, Thoughts About Being a Mum, and I guess maybe if people enjoy them I'll do more, if people don't I'm going to do them anyway, because that's just me. So yeah, I guess I scribbled some notes down, you can have a look, there you go. Not a lot, but we've got a few. I think I go up and down as a mum as to what I think about, what my mindset is, and it's all, you know, with hormones going everywhere, it's quite difficult. So I breastfeed and it can affect your hormones quite a lot. So I'm slowly weaning actually. But yeah, I recently went on this group thing and I think it was just a real eye-opener about how I should be as a mum, but actually how we judge mums and how the expectations of mums should be. There's a stereotype of mums, and I think in my head I had the stereotype of when I was, you know, I became a mother, this is how I'd be. So, you know, my expectations, for example, were, you know, be amazing, never get cross at your baby, be just a loving mum, didn't understand why anyone would get so angry at their little darling. Yeah, I've shouted at me out, I have, you know, gotten very cross, I have had to give myself a timeout. Yeah, there's been some moments where I'm not proud of, but do you know what? I'm human, I make mistakes, I'm not aiming for perfection, because if I do, I'm gonna fall short every time. Yeah, and I think I had these weird expectations of myself, Steve, my baby, and it's just not realistic. And I'm laughing because it is quite humorous, because it's just like, well, really, is that gonna happen? No. You know, expectations versus reality, I guess. And I guess I still do, and I really struggle with this, and this is partly why I'm making this video, because it's like, actually it'd be really great if mums everywhere just encouraged each other to not do better, because that's the wrong phrasing, but encourage each other in their journey of being a mum, no matter what their choices are. So I guess my thoughts of a housewife were 1950s, you know, have to do everything, get a lovely dinner on for your husband, and if you don't do that, well, you're a fail. And I'm just like, well, no, that's not it at all. It's like, is your baby happy? Yes. Is your baby loved? Yes. Is your baby safe? Yes. And to be quite frank, baby doesn't even need to be happy. So it's just, is your baby loved and is your baby safe? Those are my two expectations now. I lowered my expectations, and to be honest, it's much better. Yeah, I just felt like I had to do everything, and even now I struggle with that. It's like, oh, I must go, you know, take her swimming, which I've been meaning to do for like 6 weeks. And I will do, just eventually. And I think it's about an attitude for myself, because yeah, I think I have an expectation of myself to do everything, and the thing is, the amount of stuff going on in my head, because I have to think for 2 people, and you know, yeah, it's just, is the, you know, the better term for it. I think I write big long lists. So I had an A4 sheet, I would go get it, but it's like right over the other side of the room and nobody wants to wait for me to do that. Go and get that. It's basically a big list, and it's things from like getting the Christmas presents posted, because we're in New Zealand. We decided to post our presents to the UK, and we needed to make sure we did it in time, and the costing, and just making sure we had everyone's presents. And I think we did miss one out, so sorry. Yeah, so yeah, it's just all these things as a mum you have to do, and when I say have to, it is a choice. And I think that's been the hardest thing for me, because I'm like, well, I have to get this done. And I'm like, do you know what? If I don't get things posted out, it's not the end of the world. Well, you know, as my husband said, he could do it. Which is what ended up happening, because I was, yeah, basically it ended up him driving me home and I was in a bit of a teary state this week. And yeah, I don't get it right either. And my main point is, you know, be easy on ourselves, because we have a lot going on, and our husbands probably do as well, you know. And that's one of the things I found really difficult, because it's like, how much do I ask him to help? He's been at work all day, but so have I. My hours are different, and I think that's one of the things I felt or found really hard. I felt there was a guilt about not going back to work. Some mums do, and if you do, you are amazing. I literally do not know how you do it. I find it hard enough to get out of bed in the morning, and I'm at home all, like, well, not all day, but like, call it at home all day. Yeah, food shops, baby play dates, whatever you want to call it. And I think I had a guilt about not working, but my hours were different, like, especially to begin with. I was up in the middle of the night doing my job, whereas my husband, well, sometimes he would be, obviously, but it wasn't the same. And I think that was the hardest, especially to begin with. There was just no break, and that was really tough. But yeah, I think getting over that guilt about sort of my husband having to work, me not working, because, you know, I was sat there feeding, watching Netflix, and yeah, that is a break, but actually my body is taking the toll. So actually mums' jobs are more physical, I would have said. I mean, even if you're formula feeding, you know, that's still exhausting with your baby, because especially once they get to the stage mine is at a year, you're chasing after them, so it's irrelevant. And to be honest, the faff of having to sterilise is quite an effort, so, you know, that alone is just a faff. And I applaud you for actually going and doing it, because I'm just like, ugh, I got so fed up with sterilising. We had to do Gaviscon with me, and we had to sterilise stuff to get her in. Oh yeah, I was not a happy bunny. But that's a different topic altogether. And I think I have completely lost my train of thought, I know that. But yeah, and I think there's so many emotions that go with mums. And I read an article the other day, it's like, it wasn't what I expected. Yeah, it's emotionally tough, and physically tough, I would have said. And I think that's the hardest. It may not be the mentaliest tough? That doesn't even make sense. The most mental job? What I'm trying to say is it's not too hard on the brain. So, like, obviously making food, you kind of just put the sandwich together. It's not too tough. But it's, you know, it's very physical. It's very emotionally difficult. It can be mentally, I guess, tough. I guess talking about emotional, yeah, it can be. I think my point there, I've said it all wrong, so forgive me for that. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, you don't have to do major maths equations or really push yourself in that kind of zone, I guess. I mean, once they get older, you probably do. I can only speak for, you know, a baby that's 1 and a couple of weeks old, but this is what I found in that year. Yeah, I can't believe it, my baby's a year. Ah! So yeah, what year it's been, I'll do another video on that. And I think sometimes Steve has been amazing with this. Sometimes he's just helped me in saying, you know, sometimes you just have to ignore the voices of society coming in your ear, and you just have to go for what you think is best. Like, you know, you don't have to send your baby to groups and things. It's great, yeah, but at the end of the day, they will develop at their own pace, regardless of whether you bring them to, you know, baby sensory, baby sign, baby, you know, everything. You can go to so many classes and you can get stressed out trying to get one from one to the other. It's great if you want to do that, but what I am kind of saying is, don't put yourself in such a stress zone that it's just really hard. We are human beings, not human doings. I always love that quote. I cannot remember for the life of me who said it, but someone did. Not me. Well, I did, but, you know, I've quoted them. yeah, don't be don't be too hard on yourself, and actually do what you want to do with your baby. Don't feel like you have to go here, there, and the other, and don't feel like you have to stay at home all the time. Do what works for you. I guess that's my point, and thank you for listening to my mum rambles. It's beyond 10 minutes, so see you later.